This video was sponsored by Power Circle Clothing and Headbusters Food Company in association with Cook Up Unlimited.
Cook up, Power Circle, we get the check. Dennis Moore, what them feel like, you know, say you're the baddest thing, hey yo, run the tune.
Dennis here, back with another vlog. Make sure y'all like and subscribe, hit that notification button if you're on the new. And just as always, like we tell everybody that come through to the channel,
you're welcome. You're all welcome.
Anyway, this is the night sessions right now, so we just chilling. I'm actually doing some editing, man, doing a little bit of work on TFE TV. Y'all already know if y'all ain't over there right now, y'all need to get over there ASAP. So make sure y'all like and subscribe, hit that notification button over there. So for everybody that's over here, go over to TFE TV and go check that out for your latest, greatest updates. You can binge watch all the shows we get on there. Check out some of the up and coming artists that you might just see flowing through there with the music videos and all sorts of good stuff. So anyway, tonight, chilling. You know what I'm saying? Got my trusty sidekick with me on deck, my 25 kid Kai. I actually use this thing more than my big controller, you know what I'm saying? Because for all us travelers, all y'all creatives out there, y'all know we always on the road. For those of us that's hitting that road, you know what I'm saying? Flight after flight, night after night, y'all already know how it goes. And a lot of times I like to take my to-go setup, so a lot of times I keep my MacBook Pro, I keep my trusty keyboard. I don't rarely without it, you know. I keep, if you're ready, you ain't got to stay ready, you know what I'm saying? Cameras, the works, you know what I'm saying? So, it ain't, what else can we do, you know what I mean? We get out here and get this content out to you. So I'm currently preparing, getting all these episodes ready to get to you guys on time in a timely fashion, because we're gonna be doing some vlogging throughout my journey. So we actually finna go on the road. So I'm gonna take y'all on the road with me. You know what I mean? So we gonna have a fun time. We gonna go back home for a second. I gotta put on the production hat when we go back to the crib. Put my producer hat when we go on back to the crib. So we're gonna go ahead and link up with my boy Big Luke, the Godfather. Got a couple cool things we're doing for 3 Feet No Pressure. Just wrapping everything up. So we actually going back home to, tap in, film some doc footage for 3 Feet No Pressure, film some doc footage for the Mud docu-series, and I'll probably go conduct a few interviews while I'm out there. Got a couple video shoots we're doing, so we finna lock in, man. We're gonna have some behind the scenes footage. Just you're gonna see me, doing what I does. Can't say that I'm excited, but since we moved to the West Coast, if I can be honest with y'all, I'm really not that excited to go back to the crib, especially due to a lot of stuff that's going on back home as of late. I myself, we out here on the West Coast, and I still keep tabs. I always keep an ear to the street still. You know what I mean? I'm that type of person, so I talk to a lot of family. I don't really have too many friends. I got family. If you're either family or you ain't, or close associates, clients, and what have you. And y'all, if y'all watch the news, y'all already know what's going on out there. There's a lot of madness going on out there. So there's a lot of kids getting killed, and people dying for senseless nothing. There's a lot of black on black crimes, and cops killing people killing this. It's just a whole bunch of confusion. And right now, what I'm saying, I'm not really feeling the vibe back home. I mean, if I could be honest with y'all, last time I was in Chicago, it was back this past November, and I flew out there for a special event for some family, and so I was filming event B, the movie dude, we out. We filming the event, and everything was cool, and everything was peaceful. It was good to see everybody. It's always a joy to see all my family and all my just a joy to see all my people. You know what I'm saying? So really don't take that light. So with that being said, I remember first flight back home after a long time. Since moving to the West Coast. Going back home for that first time. It was rather weird, to say the least. Not to say I don't recognize anything no more, because home gonna always be home, but I noticed that the vibe was different, just off the back. It seemed like the whole city was gray. You know what I'm I'm saying? Like that's a crazy feeling to like to just to see something like that. Like home is looking like great, like everything looks great. Imagine that, like imagine a dark cloud like over an entire city. Like that's what it really feels like. You know, like when you see the cartoons sometime and you might see like an image of a cartoon character and then on the top of their head they got like the little bubble or the little black cloud or the cloud over their head with the rain and the thunder coming down or whatever. That's how it kind of felt. Like it was like everything was just gloomy, like mad gloomy. The vibe was like it was just dead. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just like, even though Chicago is a big city, bunch of people, man, it's full of everything, some of everything. But at that particular moment, it just really felt like lifeless, man. And I don't think the city, you know, as much chaos goes on, it's just like, but this, like the way that the feel is right now, man, it's like, you could tell it's a shift. It's a shift back home. The culture shifted, you know what I'm saying, in a negative direction, man. And I think right around that same time, we lost a lot of rappers. We lost a lot of, not just the people that you don't talk about, you know what I'm saying? Because y'all, as y'all know, media controls the narrative, you know, whether it's good or bad, you know. So, I mean, that's kind of crazy to say, but it's true. So without getting too deep into that, you know what I mean? You know, in every urban community, every hood across the world, you would often see like a lot of, let's just say, violence, gun violence, well, you know, whatever natural disasters that you deal with on a daily basis. You know, sometimes, you know, if you go in the South, you know, like in a lot of red states, you know, they deal with a lot of racism and a lot of, you know, police brutality and just everything, just all of the above. And then in addition to that, you got black on black crime. It's just everywhere. You're just seeing all sorts of chaos. Just, and in every city and state, they all have their own vibe, their own, you know what I'm saying? They got their own culture, the way they deal with things, the way they do things around them. And just bringing it back to Chicago, it's like one of the things everybody know, our culture, and you know, it's just sad, man. Like I really pray for the city of Chicago, like real talk. Like it's super duper sad. You know, like especially like I can imagine watching it. Like this is the first time ever like I actually watched my city from a distance. You know what I'm saying? Like watching it from a bird's eye view. You know, watching it from the rafters. So imagine, you know, you being in another place, a whole nother place, and you watching what's going on back home. Normally, you in the field, you know what I'm saying? So just like when I made the conscious decision to come out here, I think it was all of total family effort. And my wife, she was talking about, you know, just to change. We was already in mode of just relocating and everything like that. And you know, at the time, you know, we in Chicago, we moved to the north side. And, I remember like the first time we moved to the north side of Chicago, we was fairly happy about it because it was a new journey. Because number one, my journey in Chicago, it's not a side I haven't stayed on. You know what I'm saying? I stayed on the east side, stayed on the south side. I'm from the south side, stayed on the east side, stayed on the west side, and finally the north side is my last stop. And you know, for a second, like we got caught up in the allure of what the north side looks like. And believe it or not, for some of y'all that don't know, the north side is a beautiful place, man. Chicago is a beautiful place, period. That's why a lot of people that don't know no better still will come there, even possibly even move there. But it's a great place to visit. You know, the food, definitely the food. You know, just the culture itself. Like, but that's only like a fraction of what Chicago is really about. That, you might have seen that they don't tell you, man. It's really the tale of 4 cities. You know how they say the tale of 2 cities? It's probably like the tale of 4 cities. Why I say that? Because each side is it's got its own culture, its own language, the way things operate. So it's like if I was to take you on a tour through the real Chicago, and I ain't just talking about the hood, I'm talking about everything. You know what I'm saying? Like the east side is the east side. You know, low end, east side, low end. It's its own culture, its own entity. Like, and then you got the west side. It's a place of unlike anything else. The south side is like unlike anything else. The north side definitely like nothing else. So it's like, even though it's all Chicago, it's all different. The south side is the south side. The east is the east. The north, the west, the west. You know what I'm saying? And it's different. Like, you know, not to dwell on the negativity, but I'm gonna flip the script and just talk about something positive about Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Like the cool thing about what Chicago used to be, man. I remember the first time I went to the west side. I ain't gonna say the first time I went to the west side, but my real introduction to the west side was crazy. You know what I'm saying? I really enjoyed it. We're gonna talk about that in a whole nother time. Matter of fact, we're gonna do these little night sessions, man. We're gonna focus on the current right now, and we'll revisit these things. We're gonna do a night sessions. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna call this night sessions. That's it. That's what we're gonna call it. All right. So okay. So anyway, back to the current. What's current going on right now? Okay. Since I moved here, I've seen more people from Chicago here since we moved here. Like, it's almost like I never left. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody named Mama is out here, like, literally every week. Like, even like now, like, it's a bunch of people I know from Chicago is out here right now. The week before that, and the week before that. I mean, literally since I've been here. So, and you know, everybody going to all the hot spots, whether they, you know, stinking it up or not. But, you know, and that just goes to show like how bad the city is. Basically, like, everybody is tugging and crawling, trying to get up out of that jam. You know what I'm saying? And that's cool. That's cool and all. But right now, it's I pray for the innocent people that have to endure. I think, you know, if you follow me on Facebook, or if you know, we often have these conversations where we talk about the norm of what today's normal is versus what we know as it to be. And I pray for the city of Chicago, and pray for all the innocent people that has to endure every single day with this nonsense that's going on in the city right now. And I'm saying, like, you know, and in the midst of all the chaos, I mean, you know, you got music, you still, you know, they're trying to get the nightlife back in order, but it's like, you know, every time you see progress, we taking 3 steps back at the same time, and we really got to get a hold to this, just everything, not just the police. Everybody talking about the cops, but in this case, it ain't always the cops. Sometimes it's us. We need to check us first, and that's what we need to get back to. We need to check us first. Like, you know, we can address all the other issues, but we gotta address the main issue, and that's us. And it is way too much crime going on back home, and it's getting ridiculous, man. Like, people is losing their lives over nothing. Or you got, you know, what really hit home is the amount of women being shot, babies getting killed. You know what I'm saying? And like, these last few incidents, man, it just hit close to home. And we gotta get it together, man. For real. Like, it's really disheartening to see that, man. Like, I myself, I got daughters. And you know what I mean? You can't imagine as a father, you can't imagine, let alone losing a child. way, you know, you kind of question the parents. In this case, you know, you not to, you know, talk about that particular situation, but I'm gonna just say this, like, for all you brothers that's in the streets, you know what I'm saying, and I definitely relate to that lifestyle because, you know, a lot of us, you know, some of us, you know, we come from that. But that don't necessarily define us. And a lot of times, for all you brothers, man, that's living that lifestyle, man, in the streets, you know, you should know that it is imperative that you don't get caught riding around with your kids, any of your family members, your mother, you know, anything like that. If you living like that, and you in the streets like that, you knowing that you got ops, as they call it these days, knowing that you got enemies, whatever y'all want to call it these days, don't be selfish, man. Don't think about your surroundings, think about where you're going. I know a lot of y'all with an S on y'all chest, but some of you brothers and sisters, y'all find out very quickly that we don't have an S on our chest. We are mortal people. Life is precious, man, and we losing life. Like, the value of life, especially in the cities, like with black and brown, especially my Latino brothers as well. Like, we all going through it, and we all got our own struggles, and we all got our own differences or whatever in some places. But the real problem is we gotta stop. We gotta change us. You know, we can't always demand change and protest ain't gonna always get it done. We just gotta get back to the basics and change ourselves. You know, it's easy to say let's get back to loving each other and fellowship and I mean, in a perfect world, that's what we want. You know what I'm saying? I know I do. I mean, at least with the Generation Z is what they call them. Like with the Generation Z, you know, they so fearless. You can't tell them nothing. But, you know, some of them, you know what I'm saying? But they are highly intelligent. But at the same time, there's no order. There's no structure. There's no rules, no parameters. Everything is reckless. Everything is lawless, to say the least, man. Even, you know what I mean? And we got to get back to the positive vibes, man, and really, you know, get some people to just show them the way. And that's it, man. I mean, you know, we just sitting there vibing. This ain't one of those, you know, where we cracking jokes and having fun. You know, it's just a nice session. We just vibing. So, you know, man, that's all, man. I'm going to talk a little bit more about Chicago. Let me know in the comments, man, if y'all want to hear a lot of my Chicago stories. We're going to continue these night sessions so we can chop it up because it's good practice for me because I'm embarking on a podcast journey soon. And by the way, we have decided what we're going to call the podcast, so we might as well go ahead and let the Caliban, you know, normally we do the drum rolls, but we're not doing no drum rolls right now. We're going to call this one, in my opinion, the My Opinion Podcast. Matter of fact, I kind of like this vibe right here, you know, we do it and we just vibe like this, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's one thing that, like, you know, we had these interviews and everything, and we're going to talk to real people and be able to voice, you know, their opinions as well. We're not making this like, let's not even nothing political, nothing like that. You know, we're going to be talking about a lot of cool stuff, whatever pretty much come to mind, whatever I want to talk about, and I'm definitely just going to chime in and give you my opinion, whether you like it or not. And if you don't like it, you can tell me your opinion too. It's your opinion. I mean, who's to say who's right or wrong? You can always interject, but we're not here to debate, but if you want, alright. But yeah, man, that's pretty much. I'm finna get back to editing. I got a video to put out. So I'm in the middle of editing. I'm back to making beats. I'm in album mode. I'm deep in thought. This is like what I like to call the God hours, and this is where I get the most work done. The creative juices are flowing. So you know, we just sitting here. I'm just invading you. I mean, I'm letting y'all invade my space. I can't say my family, y'all family out there. Y'all don't invade my space. I'm chilling. So we just sitting here chilling. Like, matter of fact, I ain't even in the dojo. I'm actually, I'm chilling. I'm in my little, I guess you can call it my remote setup, man. I got my remote corner. Just just to change the pace. I'm definitely not in the control room, so I'm just chilling right here with my laptop here. Got all my bed essentials here. You know what I mean? And I'm just here sitting here getting the work done, vibing. Getting the work done, vibing. Definitely coming up with ideas. Y'all know I got my red book. I got my previous red book has been beat up to oblivion. So I finished that up when I left Chicago. But this is my newest red book. Ideas and such. I picked this book up at the 99-cent store. About $2. And it's got your essentials here. I write all my thoughts, all my plans, all my little notes and everything. I think it's essential to have these things, man. I don't even know how we got on this subject, but I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna wrap this vlog up and I gotta start another one. So y'all already know, man. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification button, as always. Y'all all know my slogan. Keep God first, stay sucker free, and by all means get to the money.